Should be good to go now. Welcome into the stream, ladies and gents. I'm going to be your host tonight, Days Freak. Yet again, commentating on his own. We're going to be here for the Spanish Grand Prix. And it looks like Reese is already DC'd from the lobby. And look at that, we got rain falling down on the track.
50. The average age of the drivers was 39, with 3 over the age of 50.
So we're going to have 15 people here for this race tonight. We got Reese, Amazing Flash, Matters, Triple B Power making his return to the grid. I don't think I've seen him in a while. Perhaps he's tier 2. If he's tier 2, someone let me know in the chat. Or was tier 2, I should say. Ched, LMAO, yes. Pavelli, Antonio Wright, NF's Zappy, Luca, Lutolf, 6, LRC Binmeister, Envy, Beto Express, and Soft Floppy. First man out of the pits will be the Alfa Romeo of Triple B Power. Clicked on the wrong thing. I meant to click on the ticket instead.
British constructor Arrows never won a race. Highest of any team.
GSRL chat for Twitch. Out of the final corner now, we got Triple B Power going to start his first hot lap of the session. Top speed down the pit straight of 194 miles an hour. Down to fourth gear here for turn 1, turn 2 right in the inside curve. Closely followed by turn 3. 23.656 through the first sector into turn 5. This one's usually a second or a third gear hairpin. It's a hairpin-esque corner. 7 followed by 8. Closely followed by 9. He's got a car up ahead. Not going to be able to open up the DRS. He's going to get a bit of a tell off his teammate. 56.551 through the first 2 sectors now. Oh! Massive loss to the rear end. Out of turn 10. Into the final section of this track. Cross the line, it's going to be a 20.919 for the Alfa Romeo driver. RT Ched with a 19.7. Thank you. I didn't sneeze though. 21.1 for Soft Floppy. Pavelli with a 20.1. 20.0 for Envy. Flash with a 21.078. Got Binmeister's going to be stuck behind this guy, but he's starting a hot lap. Binmeister across the line puts him at 20.3. It puts him P4 provisionally. Antonio Wright, in the meantime, puts up a 33.1. Clearly a warm-up lap. Matters has invalidated his last lap with a 26.2. Would have put him P8 ahead of Tonio by nearly 7 seconds. Triple B power improved by 0.4 up to a 20.5. 046 with a 20.6. Reese with a 20.356. He's half a tenth off of Binmeister. It puts him P5 though. Fidelli looking to start another lap. Ched coming into the pits now. Beto Express has invalidated his lap. He's going to pull into the pits. An amazing flash going very slow out of the final corner. I'm not sure what's happened to him. Oh, he's missing a wing. He's missing his front wing. This will surely be an in-lap for the Alpine. LMAO Yesh across the line puts up a 19.754. It's P2. That's 11 thousandths of a second off of Ched in P1. Matters across the line puts up a 20.558. He's half a tenth off Triple B power. Splitting. Splitting the two Alfa Romeos. Both Reese and Six Knack are going to be putting in another lap here. Does it say Australian? I swear I changed it to Spanish. No, apparently it was still Australian. Okay, let me change that. I can't. It's not letting me. We're going to give that a moment. We only got 15 people here. I'm thinking this is a short quali session because I'm not sure why you would do full quali with only 15. Kind of frankly defeat the whole purpose of Q1. Only the gap between P1 and P13 is 2.01 seconds. So I imagine Zappi will be trying to make sure he can decrease that gap. Six diving into the pits. We've got Envy out of the final corner. We'll be starting a lap here in a moment. Reese diving into the pits. Next man to cross the line will be the Red Bull of Ched. They'll be starting a lap here. LMAO, yes, through the first two sectors has improved by over half a second. I was going to say close to a quarter of a second in the first sector, but he's looking to improve by more than just that. Coming through the penultimate corner now, through the final corner. Out of the final corner now and to the line. He's invalidated out of the final corner. That's going to invalidate both this lap and the next lap. That would have been pole by 3/10 if he could have, or 4/10 even, I should say, had he been able to keep it on track. Beto Express now may have invalidated his last lap. Soft floppy across the line, puts up a 19.734. He would have taken pole by 9 thousandths of a second. Envy does take pole by over a tenth to 19.63. Shed through the first two sectors is improved by nearly 1/10.5. He looks like he could pull back from the McLaren. Out of the final corner now and across the line, it is going to be pole position. He improves by over a quarter of a second. The 19.477. And we got a Ferrari off. It's LMAO, yes. Trying to let people through. Binmeister improves by over half a second. It's P4 now for the AlphaTauri driver. Romeo, yes, is in the pits. Soft Floppy is not in the pits. First, we're going to look at those Beto Expresses. He's yet to put up a lap time at all. And Envy going really slow through Sector 3. Shed looks like he's on a bit of a cool-down lap, or a warm-up lap, perhaps. Shed will be putting up another lap here. So we're going to move over to Matters, who's improved, but only slightly through the first two sectors. We're going to see how much more he can find here through this final sector, albeit there's not much he's going to be able to find unless he royally screwed up the final sector. Across the line now, he finds a little over 1/10 in the final sector, almost 1/10.5 actually. Puts him up to P8. Triple B Power now across the line puts up a 20.277 up to P7 now for him. Binmeister, yet another lap here for the AlphaTauri. Antonio right across the line put up a 119.663. It's P3 for the AlphaTauri. And we've got a car off. We got another car off. I think that's Triple B Power. It is. I'm not sure what's happened to the Alfa Romeo, but he's gone off. Could be causing problems. 6 is improved by over 3/4 of a second. It's up to P7 for the Alfa Romeo. And I believe... Whoa, hold on. I saw a spin. Reese also improving up to a 19.932. P6 for him now. Another yellow in Sector 1 for an Alfa Romeo. This time it's 6. Oh! Matters hits the pit entry wall just as I switch over to him. Good news is Robin has joined the session. I'd say coming out about now would be a good time. Put in some laps. End the session. Elliott coming out of the pits, getting out of the way of Binmeister. Binmeister improving by 42 thousandths of a second through the first sector. As the track continues to dry at the rate that it's been going, I'd say Binmeister might not be able to find a whole lot of time in sectors 1 and 3. It's really about sector 2. Robin just picked a car, so good news is the worst case scenario he would be able to at least race. Binmeister guys into the pits.
Along with this came integrated complex digital.
LMAO yes is improved by 0.4 of a second through the first two sectors. If he continues at this rate, it's going to be a 19.1 as he's coming out of the final corner now, heading to the line. And it's a 19.2. He almost did find an extra 0.2 in the final sector, a 1/10.5 in the final sector, and it's good enough for P1 by over 2.5 of a second ahead of Envy. Speaking of Envy now crossing the line, has started his final run. I believe he's going to do a valid lap, then he's going to go cool down lap, and then he's going to go another hot lap. I think he might have the time. I'm not 100% sure though. I do hope for his sake he does have the time. No, he certainly does it. He's 64 thousandths of a second up in the first sector. So he is certainly improving. Move over to Pavelli for a moment. He's up by over 1/4 of a second through the first sector, two sectors. Envy not finding any time in that middle sector. Pavelli across the line finds 0.4. It's a 19.775. He takes P5 away from Binmeister. Envy diving into the pits. This could be his last chance. That might have been his last chance to improve his time. He's only got 0.02 of a second on P3. Zappy starting his final lap now. I don't imagine he'll be doing 2 in a row. LMAO, yes, over a 1/10 faster in the first sector, so he finds quite a bit of time in that first sector there. Which means this track might be drying out. Not much, it's still rain falling, but it might be getting closer and closer to a quote-unquote perfect inters condition. Oh, Antonio's around. As soon as I switched over to him, I was trying to see who it was. I was trying to see what was going on, but he spins around, and that's going to be his qualifying session over and done with. Pavelli passes Envy by 0.5. It's P2 for the Aston Martin. Envy is coming out of the pits now, but it's way too late. It's going to be a hazard on the track. I don't know what he's going to do. LMAO, yes, puts him at 18.7. Wow. Zappy across the line puts up a 20.2. It's P9 for the Mercedes. Next one across the line, it will be Ched. He's invalidated. We move on to Robin. And there goes Envy's AI, probably causing issues. Certainly gonna if it hasn't already. Got a lot of cars spinning around and everything everywhere. Not to mention a bunch of lag. Robin, by the way, has put up a 20.15. P9 for him. Taking the position away from Zappy. Beto Express finally putting up a valid lap, and it's only good enough for P13. Antonio Wright crosses the line. He's not able to improve. Binmeister will not be able to improve. Reese across the line does improve by almost 0.2. It's P6 for the Haas driver. Triple B power does not improve. He was down a good chunk that entire lap. Soft floppy across the line takes P2. Wow. I didn't expect him to do that. Wow, it's a front row lockout for the Ferraris. Unless Zappy can say something about it, he can't. He's diving into the pit. He's stuck behind the AlphaTauri, I believe, of Binmeister. And that's going to be qualifying over. P1 goes to LMAO, yes, followed by Soft Floppy and Pavelli, rounding out your top three. After them, Envy, Ched, Tonio Wright, Reese, Bidmeister, 6, Robin, your top 10. Final 6, the bottom 6 drivers being Zappy, Triple B Power, Matters, Beto Express, Amazing Splash, and Luca Luthol. The only driver who did not get to put up a lap time. Alright, and I will be right back, folks.
I'm not superstitious, but in the long career history of F1, no one with the surname Hill has ever failed in winning a world title. For example, Graham Hill, David Hill, and Phil Hill are all previous world championship winners. The United Kingdom has achieved more world drivers' championships than any other country, over a quarter of which was won by Lewis Hamilton. 2019 Chinese GP is F1's 1000th official championship race. Continue with around 20 to 24 races a year, we can expect the 2000 GP to happen around the year 2064. F1's distinctive sound throughout the decades is in part due to the high revving engines. F1 engines during the V8 era and mid-2000s, for example, could reach 40,000 RPM. In comparison, the typical road car won't exceed around 6,000. British constructor Arrows never won a race after 383 attempts, the highest of any team in Formula One history. They came close 5 times in 1978, 1980, 81, 85, and 1997. It's almost a given that the drivers of the grid today were car racing as children. They led the
See, we have no respect for a 2-minute wait time. Okay, well, that's something. Anyway, LMAO, yes, having a terrible start off the line because just about everybody behind him picked to start on the softs, including his own teammate of all people. Got most of the field here today, decided to start on softs. Exceptions, of course, being LMAO, yes, Tonio Wright. He's now getting overtaken by Zappy, another soft runner to start this race. 6, Binmeister. Amazing Flash, Luca, and Beto. Oh, Matters, for some reason, it's 8.5 seconds off the back of the field. Side by side between 6 and Tonio. Tonio trying to get the move done. Then Meister trying to get past his teammate. Side by side just ahead of them for P6 between Zappy and LMAO. Yes, Zappy's gotten past it. Yes. You gotta change that name. I don't know what to call him besides LMAO. Isn't exactly favorable. Side by side for the Alpha Tower race. Oh, we got a bit of contact between Robin and Vin Meister. Robin's just forced himself through, and Matters has crashed out on track. It's gonna be a virtual safety car. Triple B Power going off of these softs, getting kind of a free pit stop here. We're getting a big bunch up for T9 down. Not sure why Tonio just stopped in the middle of the track like that, but I have to imagine he had a reason. He doesn't normally drive like that. Clearly, the game messing with him. Triple B Power, of course, onto the hards. He can get near to the end, I would say, on these hards. Triple B Power, if he were wise, I would say probably want to pit with 5 or so to go onto the softs. Of course, that's if no virtual safety car or safety car itself comes out to help him or anyone else out. So virtual safety car, but the good news for him is he's only 19 seconds back on P14. If it were green flag conditions, he'd be about 28, 29. And, oh no, Robin's got to drive through. Robin gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. He's wise to take it now. He does not take it now. Instead, he's going to opt for the DRS, trying to overtake Tonio. Robin trying to run the outside of Tonio. There's a bit of contact between them both. Nearly a crash there. I don't know how they kept it out of the barriers and away from crashing each other. Oh, never mind. There's one around. It's got to be Tonio because he's the only one not shown up here. Tonio Wright is around and he's basically out of it now. He's down to P14. All that fighting has allowed Amazing Flash, Beto Express, and Luca to catch up even closer. Good news for Tonio Wright is he only lost about 6 seconds. He's only 4.6 back off the back of Luca. Cavelli with the fastest lap of the race, 14.097. Robin after 4 laps on the softs, he's going to pit off of them. And I get the worst camera angles imaginable, but Soft Floppy retakes the lead. Got another car around at 6. He's lost it out of turn 1. Oh, Robin served his drive-through there. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, is he serving his drive-through or is he pitting? And I don't know. I must have, for some reason, thought he was pitting there for a minute. Oh, well. The downside for Robin is now he's only just in front of Triple B Power, and he's on older softs. Triple B Power's on 2.5 lap old hards. again. Pavelli getting the position back. The top two swapping yet again. Oh, that might have been contact between Chet and Floppy. I don't think there was. I didn't see anything, any like dust or anything kick up. Look at how far outside Envy has pushed him nearly off the track there. They're still fighting side by side here for P3. Turn 6, now 7. Chet backs out. He knows that it's turn 7 and 8 are definitely not the place you want to fight side by side in. Got a yellow a moment ago. I believe it was for the Ferrari of the LMAO. Yes. I think it was P7 a moment ago. He's down to P12 now. Take attempt at the top. Other won't. Top three will all stay right where they're at. Binmeister getting past Zappy. You gotta wonder whether the softs are starting to fall off now. 6 laps into this race. I would think that's exactly what's going on right now, as the tires are starting to fall off. That's exactly what's happening. Look at this. Zappy's now 1.2 back on Binmeister. About to get passed by Flash here. Side by side through here, through the hairpin here, turn 10. Look at how much time Zappy lost to Flash before he even opened up the BRS. We'll see if he tries to overtake once more. He does, and he backs out of the move. He looked for just a split second, but thought against it at the end of the day. Out the fighting is P14 right now. Robin is only just barely holding on to P14. Triple B Power, on the other hand, is probably just waiting for the right move, the right time. Oh, a little bit of contact. Saw a bit of dust pick up. Antonio Wright getting past Beto Express. Zappy losing P8 to Luca Lutholf. I don't know. Luca is just what I'm going to call him. Oh boy. Earlier in the lead, Envy saw Fluffy fighting for P2. Beto Express, Antonio Wright fighting for P10. How hard these guys are all fighting. It's the wonder is when their tires are going to fall off. Envy nearly losing the car out of turn 4 there. And we have a yellow, I believe, for, I think it was, might have been Amazing Flash. I don't remember him being that far off of Binmeister. Beto Express is down to P9. He's 5.7 off of P8. Might have been him, actually. Antonio Wright trying to go around the outside of Beto Express. He's got the move done before this corner. Or I should say the next corner. Oh, what's happening here? We got Luca and LMAO, yes, fighting really hard for Pete. Oh! Oh! Okay, that's not exactly what you're supposed to do. That's definitely not acceptable. Robin getting a 3-second time penalty for I think for cutting the pit entry, as the game would probably call it. Triple B Power is going to have to be careful. There's a full course safety car. This is pretty bad luck for Triple B Power. This race could have come easily into his hands, and now it's kind of been taken away from him. Because you could very easily get to the end on hards. The entire top 5 have basically just been absolutely saved by the safety car, because their tires are going to start falling off soon, and drivers like Ben Meister, Flash, and Antonio Wright are going to be able to take advantage of that. And now they're all on equal, or might be on equal playing ground now. Keyword there, of course, being might. Of course, the entire top 5 pitting. Bidmeister also pitting. Flash pitting. Zappy pitting. Antonio, I was going to say, I don't know if he'll have a choice. He might be a little too tempting. Beto Express as well. Six getting a 3-second time penalty, as I was about to start talking about him. But he also dives into the pits. Luca onto the softs. Everybody else is on the mediums or the hards. 5 medium runners, 9 hard runners. Power and Robin swapping positions under the safety car. Drivers on the mediums include Envy, Ben Meister, Antonio Wright, 6 Triple B Power, LMAO, yes. Luca on the softs, Robin, Beto, Zappy, Flash, Ed, Reese, Ravelli, Soft Floppy, all on the medium, or all on the hards. We've got Luca back in the pits once again. After spending only 2 laps on the softs, going on to the hards. I mean, he was already like 14th. You're only losing 1 position, getting on fresh hards. I don't disagree with the call. I honestly would have done the same thing in that scenario. You're already 14th. Losing 1 position isn't really going to make that big of a difference. You're not in the points anyway, so it's a perfect time to just say screw it. Go on to the hards halfway through the safety car. Currently, the 3 drivers with penalties are Luca, Robin, Slicks. Or 6, not Slicks. That's another driver from another league. I don't know why I said that, man. But yeah, they all have 3-second time penalties, all from either corner cutting or extending the track limits. Safety car will be in this lap. Leading the way is NV, followed by Soft Floppy, Ravelli, Reese, Bed, Finmeister, Amazing Flash, Zappy, Antonio Ray, Beto Express, 6, Triple B Power, Robin, LMAO Yes, and of course, Luca Leakford. And away we go here for the restart. Envy catching out Floppy a little bit. But nothing huge there on the catch out. Look at this. Luca's already gained 2 positions off of Robin and Elmer. Yes. Gonna be looking for another off of Triple V Power. Meister down the inside of Chad. He's got the move done. It's P5 for the AlphaTauri. Meanwhile, the other AlphaTauri of Antonio Wright is getting the move done on around the outside of Zappy there. P8. Both the AlphaTauri is going up 1 position there. Look at Envy, he's starting to really pull away here now. Ooh, riding the inside curb there for turn 2 though, that's not going to help his case. Soft Floppy just cut that lead in half almost. Oh, and we got yellows from Antonio Wright. Again, having just terrible luck right now. I'm not sure what's happened to him, but definitely not what you want to have. Side by side through turns 7 and 8. You don't want to go side by side there. And Luca's just cut off Zappy completely. Zappy having to take this off-road there to avoid hitting anybody, and he might have hit somebody anyway. I saw Jarvis' hand go up. He may have hit Triple B Power. DRS has been enabled. I think without Envy's mess screw up there at turn 2, he would have gotten away from these guys and wouldn't have to deal with the DRS. Now he's going to have to deal with it until, well, frankly, either the next safety car until Envy's tires go off. But another yellow. This time it's Triple V Power. Antonio trying to get back past the Mercedes with Zappy. Like he might have gotten the move done. Zappy trying to get the switchback, but I just don't think he can get it. Ooh, more contact between Antonio and Zappy. Antonio Wright going very deep into this section, turn 7-8 section. Up the road, Beto Express getting past the Ferrari of LMAO, yes, P9. Antonio Wright and Zappy still fighting, but we're going to go a little further up the road here. See if Soft Floppy can catch up and pass Envy here. He's got the toe, he's got the DRS. Not so much ERS, he's lifting off early, he's just going to chill behind the McLaren right now. I think he knows he's got about the same pace as Envy right now. And Envy on those softer tires right now, they're bound to fall off much sooner. Meanwhile, Chet around the outside of turn 5, still side by side since turn 4 between Reese and Chet. He's gonna back out there. Smart move from the Red Bull. You don't want to be side by side through there. It's gonna cost you way more time than you'll gain. You got yellows in the back. What's it for? It's for, looks like Tonio, I think Zappy, LMAO yes, and Beto. LMAO yes is just retired on the track. I want stewards to be aware of this. Right in front of Beto Express. Thankfully, he was more than aware of the scenario and avoided the Ferrari. But that's going to be it for the Ferrari of LMAO, yes. Jed getting past the Haas, but he's not done yet. Terrible camera angles. Keep watching these two. They've been fighting pretty hard. Oh, Zappy's out. And that's a virtual safety car. Could be a full course. Watch the pit lane here. We started with 16. We're already losing. We've already lost 3 drivers. Does not look like we're going to get a full course safety car here. It's just a sad way for Zappy's race to end right there. Just immeasurably... just an immeasurably tragic way for that to end. 6 with a drive-through. Oh, that's terrible. He's been running in a very solid position all race, and now he's got a drive-through. He's going to have to serve it this lap, the next lap, or the lap after, or he's going to get disqualified. Can't imagine how disappointed 6 is right now with that penalty. Good news is he does avoid speeding, so he does not compound the mistake. Oh boy, we got some, wow, what is this? We're gonna get on board with Ched. We're gonna get a full front row seat for all of this. Oh, we got contact. Ched hits the back of the belly. I think it was Envy who nearly got collected after touching Soft Floppy. Binmeister trying to show that he's an overtake Meister. Oh, Soft Floppy goes a little deep into turns 7 and 8. They're side by side through turn 9. No, they straightened it all out. Oh man. Belly looking down the inside of Soft Floppy, just millimeters away from each other. Wow. Meanwhile, Ched, I can't imagine how big his eyes are getting. He sees one mistake from any of these 4, and he's going to be able to get 3 positions. And the best part for him is he's got a lot of ERS, not like Envy and Binmeister. Speaking of Envy, looking for the move on Binmeister. Side by side, turn 1, turn 2, still side by side. Oh, a little wide. Gonna force Soft Floppy wide. Pavelli gonna look down the inside of Soft Floppy. Back on board with Chet. And this is just absolutely intense. It's happening right in front of us here. Chet now looking for a move. Reese, we're gonna back out to Reese, see if he can get a better view. I mean, Chet is right up the gearboxes of these guys. You can smell what they've had for breakfast this morning. Oh, a little bit of contact between Floppy and Chet. That's going to put Chet in the very bad position. Reese passes Chet for P5. Oh, it's still side by side though. Doesn't look like Chet's going to fight it though. Looks like everything is back to single file. I mean, if they keep fighting like this, Amazing Flash will be able to catch back up, and I imagine that's exactly what he wants. I bet right now he's just begging for Chet, Reese, and company to fight until the end, honestly. Side by side for Envy Binmeister. Looks like Envy's gonna take the position for sure, and there's not gonna be much said about it. Meanwhile, Chet further back has taken P5 away from Reese once again.
In the 1950s, the average age of the drivers was 39.
Antonio Wright in the pits onto the softs. So those definitely will not make it to the end. Curious why he didn't wait a good bit longer so he could try and take fastest lap, but not sure, but the top six still set single file line. Amazing Flash still catching up to these guys. Robin catching up to him. So I'm wondering if both the Alpines are going to be able to get involved in this. And if so, what kind of orders are you going to be able to tell your drivers that they're both fighting in a DRS train? Binmeister takes P1 from Envy. As you can see now, these guys have all spread out. They knew with how hard they were fighting. They knew if they kept fighting that hard for that long, or I should say for much longer, that something catastrophic was going to happen. And smartly, they all back off. And all in a single file line now. Looking to move on Binmeister, and he is back into P1. He's only just hanging on right now. Tony Wright takes the fastest lap with 1:12.875. The yellow, it's for 6. He's lost it out of turn 2 to the entry to turn 3. Gonna give Tony Wright another position. And it appears 6 is out or broken his front wing. He's missing the right side end plate. Gonna have to pit again. Still got 10 laps to go too. When they cross the line, there will be 10 laps to go. Belly just behind the leaders. Binmeister will take P1. Envy back down to P2, and Pavelli still watching these two. Waiting for something to happen. Saw Floppy a little bit further back. And Shed, and finally Reese, who's still just looking on the outside in right now on the top 5. Ooh, Reese, not a great entry to the hairpin. It cost him about a tenth and a half. Had to fight the steering wheel there, keep it from spinning out. I had to raise the brake bias a bit. Belly and Envy fighting for P2. Oh, contact there. Saw Floppy now trying to go around the outside of the Aston Martin for P3. Belly looks like he might keep P3 here, maybe not. Shed's right in it now. Floppy back down to P4. Cavelli keeps P3. Envy keeps P2. Shed, Reese both keep P5 and 6 respectively. Shed with a much better run out of the final corner, but Floppy with the DRS and the slipstream is going to be able to hold off Shed. Turn one, a little bit ago. Oh my God! Okay, that was dangerous. Now they're ghosted. Oh, Shed's off. Shed's off. Keeps it together though. He only loses the track position, but he does stay in the race, which is ultimately the best news. Saw the car wiggle just a little bit, and honestly thought it was going to be a safety car there. It's more than welcome news to see him not crash out there. If you're in Pavelli's shoes, you got to get past Envy. You got to get past him, and you got to stay past him. I don't feel like 40% ERS is going to be enough. You're going to need a little bit more. He's going to need to save up for a lap. Once he does, he's got to just shoot past him. But those 15-lap-old mediums by now have got to be just about dead. Unless they're running maximum downforce, those tires are just about dead. Binmeister gets a 3. That is catastrophic for him. Because as of right now, that would put him P6 behind Shed. Shed could still get a top 5 here. And he won't have to do a whole lot other than stay close to the man in front of him. Here's one thing I've only just noticed. Robin has been closing in these last 10 or so laps on his teammate. It's only 1.2 seconds back now. Unfortunately for Robin, as he still has that 3-second time penalty, but even better for him is that Luca and Beto are way too far back for that to really affect him. And Luca's got another 3 seconds. Speaking of the devil. It's another 3 seconds now for him. And we got Beto Express and Antonio Wright fighting for P10 right now. Antonio Wright getting past Beto Express. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to take those softs, though. Beto Express is on 17-lap-old hards. He's not feeling too bad right now. Hards can go about 28 or so laps. Softs can go maybe 12. going to be very close for Antonio right now. Ditto the top two, both on 17-lap old mediums. I don't know how much longer they can go. It really depends on the driver, the setup, the track conditions. I'd say they can probably go another 4, maybe laps. It's going to be close. They're going to. Right now, they're risking punctures right on the final lap, like before the line. With how many G's you're pulling in turns in the final 2 corners, especially the final corner, it's going to be close. I do sincerely hope they can all get to the end, though. Soft Floppy, meanwhile, is nearly out of the DRS of Pavelli. I don't know what's happening there. Robin getting past his teammate. Gotta wonder whether there's team orders there at play now, or if Flash is just trying to maintain P7. Getting a bit of that crackling audio when I'm riding on board. A lot of lag from Soft Floppy too. And Ched has passed Reese. I'm not sure why Reese allowed him to go through. Perhaps something that happened earlier in the race and I've just forgotten, but Reese now getting past Ched here. Envy now getting past. Oh no, maybe not, maybe not! Oh, the car looked sideways for a moment there. Oh no. Soft Floppy off the track, trying to avoid running into the side of Envy. But all of that fighting between your top two, who used to be Binmeister and Envy, has allowed Pavelli to come through with the lead. Unbelievable. I cannot imagine how furious is the word I'll use. I can't imagine how furious Envy is right now. The Soft Floppy is probably just feeling bad. He wasn't able to take advantage of that. Ditto Reese and Ched, who are too far back for anything to happen unless someone actually crashed. Gap between all these guys is between Envy and Binmeister. Binmeister just too far back, about another car length and you needed another car length and a half just to be considered for any amount of space on the inside or the outside there from Pavelli. But right now, Pavelli with 3 laps to go the pressure's on him, of course, to maintain P1. But I think if he lets Binmeister through, it won't be too bad. That's the key. He's got to at least be P2 behind Binmeister. With Envy, the amount of a gap there is forming between Binmeister and Envy, Pavelli could probably just let him through for free and not have to worry about anything. Not even put up a defensive effort at all. He could just let him right through and it would be fine. And honestly, if I'm Pavelli, I'd probably just let him through, save up the ERS, and just defend against Envy maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. He's a tier 1 driver. I'm a tier 8 driver. I'm not gonna tell him what to do, but I mean, maybe that's just what I would do in that situation. But got Binmeister coming down the inside, very close there to contact. Thankfully, Binmeister backed out at the last moment. Can get on board with Envy now. He's right on these guys once again. Binmeister diving down the inside. That's going to allow Envy through, or maybe not. I don't know. Pavelli's got to fight this one. You can't just let him through. Riding on board with Soft Floppy. He's gotten P2 back. And it'll be P1 after the penalty for Binmeister. This is the penultimate lap of the Spanish Grand Prix for Tier 1. DRS for everybody. Envy He's got to be trying to find a way back past Aston Martin, but he has saved 0 ERS. None of the top 3 have. Six gets a 3-second speeding penalty, 5-second speeding penalty, speeding into the pits. He's retired from the session. That's his race over, but this here race is still going. It's the final lap now as they cross the line. Binmeister leading the way. Pavelli down the inside. It's going to be Pavelli P1 into turn 1. And look at how close these guys all are. They are absolutely nose to tail to nose to tail to nose to tail. Look at this on board with Reese. Look at how close all these guys are. I mean, this is one little mistake from anybody, and this is a huge incident going to the stewards. But we're going to watch along with Pavelli on this final lap now, for the rest of this final lap, I should say. Turn 9 now, one last time. Down the DRS straight. Binmeister is going to try and throw everything he's got at it. He's not close enough. Oh, he almost runs into the back of Aston. Through the final few corners, Pavelli's just got to go 2 more corners, and he's got the win here. Through the penultimate corner, through the final corner one last time, and out of the final corner, it's going to be Pavelli taking home the Spanish Grand Prix. MVP 2, Soft Floppy P3, Reese P4, Ched P5, Binmeister P6. Robin beating out his teammate by 0.4 of a second after taking a 3-second time penalty there. Over his P7 over his teammate P8 for amazing flash. Tonio Wright P9, Luca P10. I believe it's GSRL debut. I don't know if he's ever done a race here before. If this is his debut, then congrats on the points, Luca. Beto P11 and Triple B Power P12. I will be interviewing Soft Floppy because I believe he's the only one on the podium that's on Xbox. It's a 1-2-3 finish for the Scandinavians. A 1-2 finish for the Finns. See if anyone joins our party. If not, then that'll be it from me. And I do believe that'll be it. So that'll do it from me then. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys had a wonderful time tonight, and I hope the rest of your day or your night is the best of your day or night. Goodbye and good night.